Now we're back to learning Photoshop in year day 301. Let me give you a couple of more intermediate tips when it comes to using the Smudge tool. We have this simple layer right here with a two-colored rectangle, and if you want to use the Smudge tool, you first have to rasterize it. But there's a different way to do it. Just create an empty layer. Let me call that Smudge. We're gonna paint on it, but if I do something, nothing happens. And that's because right here at the top, sample all layers is unchecked. So when this is unchecked, it will only sample from the currently active layer, which in our case is the empty Smudge layer. So to actually paint on it, we can, for example, press Ctrl J here, copy our rectangle layer, and then we use the Smudge tool. Sample all layers is still unchecked and it works. That's usually the process that I use. But what you can also do is to activate sample all layers, get back to your empty Smudge layer, and then use the Smudge tool again. And you can see two things happening. First up, we have an effect. But second up, it's lagging, and it's lagging quite a lot. And that is because I'm currently on a slower PC. But when your PC is very fast, your system has a good performance, then you can simply use that method. So check the box for sample all layers, create an empty layer for a Smudge tool, and then use it. Because this gives you a couple of additional options. You can see that here I use the move tool and I can drag it out. I can give this a layer mask, then use the brush tool and paint on it with a black foreground color. So I can now mask stuff out, gives you a little bit more freedom, and it's non-destructive. But again, only do that when you have a faster system, like a high performance gaming PC or something. In my case, on a slower PC, it produces a lot of lag if I have sample all layers active. So my method is to press Ctrl J and I keep the original here as a backup. You know what, let me rename that to original backup. So I never touch this layer. It's just so that I can use it to copy layers that I actually want to work with, and then rasterize the ones that I've copied, pressing Ctrl J without sampling all the layers, and then I don't have lag on the slower PC. That's the first tip that I wanted to give you. The second one, I've already talked about the hardness when it comes to the Smudge tool, and I've also talked about scattering that you can find under brush settings. But there's one more element that you can use to adjust the brush or the Smudge tool brush. You can see for the scattering, let me actually use a brush tool. And I paint with a regular brush, no scattering. Now I check the scattering, increase it a little bit, and this distributes these ballpoints a little bit. And scattering is basically just the y-axis, so top to bottom. But we can also redistribute it left to right in the x-axis, and as you can find right here in the brush to shape, it's called spacing. So the scattering, let me go down, is top to bottom, y-axis, spacing is left to right, x-axis, and you can also use that to distribute these ballpoints and then adjust the smudge effect. Let's return to the Smudge tool. I've got spacing and scattering active. I switch to this copy layer right here. Let me delete the empty brush layer. So scattering and spacing, if we uncheck it, this is the effect. Let me copy it again. So the one on top is now no scattering and no spacing. On this one right here, we're gonna add spacing, once again x-axis, and scattering, once again y-axis. And if I use it, first have to rasterize it, it's a totally different effect. What you need certainly depends on the effect that you want to achieve, the project that you're working on. But a good idea is, once you've found something that you like, you should store it. That way you don't have to set up these brush settings every time you need it. Let me, for example, use here a strength of 30%, hardness 50%. And let's say this is an effect that I really like for a simple blend of two colors. And to store it, we need the tool presets. This should be the last icon in this icon row on the right hand side, but if you can't find it, go to Window, Tool Presets, check Current Tool Only, and make sure that the Smudge tool is active right here in your toolbox. Then click on the plus sign. You might see this warning message. Confirm this via No, and then you can give it a name, for example, Simple Blend, Smudge tool, something like that. Confirm via OK. And this exists now in your tool presets. Way to use it, let me show you. I delete this layer again, then I copy it once more, rasterize it. I first up use irregular Smudge tool brush, so no scattering, no spacing. We have this effect. If I wanted to get back to what we've stored under the tool presets, I copy this layer again, rasterize it. You can see the brush settings, they're unaffected, but if I simply left click here in the tool presets, switch back to the brush settings, we now have the scattering and the spacing like we've adjusted it prior. So that's a very time-saving tip, I think. When you have your settings set up, just make sure to store this as a preset, and then you can use it quickly every time you need it. Hope this video was helpful, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.